We continue on with our SBC World Cup show. Argentina beat Poland 2-0. Mexico beat Saudi Arabia 2-1. By virtue, because of a goal differential, Argentina moves on as the winners of the group, and Poland moves on ahead of Mexico as the second place team to get in this group. Real quick, the main story of this was how the Mexico, no, it was both games, but really, first of all, entering the game, all four teams had a chance to enter the knockout stage. It was alive for everybody, which made it very juicy. First of all, Argentina, Poland. For me, I think Poland came in with the same game plan as they had against Mexico. Play along and hope for something to happen and just be defensively solid. But I mean, they got pressured, completely pressured by pressure. I think this is the first time in a while I've seen Argentina sustain so much pressure on a team, so much attacking prowess. They got numbers in the box. They took on their individuals one-on-one. They were very flary. They created so many chances. They got so many balls into the box, and it was eventually time that they would capitalize. And it came early in the first half through McAllister. And it really came down to the difference between this the Poland Mexico game and the Poland Argentina game was Argentina had the talent and the quality to make Poland pay, while Mexico did not. And Poland were kind of like holding on there because they were like, should we go try to get a goal just to make it like comfortable for us, or should we just be defensively solid and hope Mexico doesn't score another one? Well, they were defensively solid, even though there were two golden opportunities Argentina had to make it three that they didn't take advantage of. They went with the defensive approach, and they just prayed that Mexico did not get that third goal against Saudi Arabia, and it did not come for them then. Real quick, before we move on to that Mexico-Saudi Arabia, though, Argentina, Poland, you got any thoughts on that one?
Poland got dominated. Like it was bad. Like I know the mindset was to just like try to move on. You could be defensive or you could try to get a goal. But like overall, like their goalkeeper was their best player. Their goalkeeper has been their best player. I think if their goalkeeper hasn't been playing like the way he's been playing, they're not at this stage. So with the way they played like really bad. Argentina, this is a good confidence booster. Now they got a very easy side of the bracket. And with the way they play, they can pressure. It's not something they usually do, but they pressured, they got numbers in the box, and they scored. So I think Argentina did what they needed to do, but Poland got dominated.
Yeah, Poland did absolutely get dominated. And Poland has played some very, very bad football throughout this tournament. In all three games, I really thought the other team attacked more, the other team were more dominant. And the fact that Mexico, like Saudi Arabia, it wasn't expected. Like winning against Argentina, how they played against Poland, dominating possession, getting all the chances, it wasn't expected from Saudi Arabia. So it's not really that disappointing for them. But how this Poland team is poor. How Mexico allowed them to enter the knockout stages is absolutely beyond me, because this Poland team is really, really bad. This Poland team is worse than the Poland team of the last World Cup that missed out, the last Euros, the 2016 Euros. This Poland team is not very good. I mean, they look like one of the teams from the lower confederation. They didn't have that much quality. They played it long every single time, and their best player throughout the group stages was probably their goalkeeper. Just really bad from Poland really bad from Mexico, in my opinion, allowing this Poland team to reach the knockout stage, because they're not a very
And
good team.
Saudi,
And
the fact that
Saudi too,
Saudi
but
lost to them.
Saudi was, I can't say Saudi should be disappointed, because based on the quality of their players, they shouldn't really this is not they didn't have expectations, to reach the knockout stages. Mexico did. And yeah, for as far as the Mexico game, this first game that they actually looked promising. They got players in the box. They played attacking football. They rattled Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, in the games against Mexico and against Argentina and Poland, they were able to press and pick up the ball in midfield, win second balls, and go. They weren't able to do that. Mexico won all the second balls. Mexico were the ones that were getting it behind the Saudi back line, testing that high line, getting a lot of balls in the box, and eventually came from a set piece. But the end of Mexico's demise is Mexico. The way Saudi Arabia opened up, the amount of space they left open, and the fact that Mexico could not find that third goal is honestly disgraceful for Mexico. This should have been easy cakewalk to find that third goal because Saudi was going for it too. Saudi was completely opened up, high line. You have players like Irving Lozano. They should have got that third goal, and it's really bad. And Mexico entering the game, they didn't score any goals. And they leave this game not scoring a single goal from open play, or like open play as in a non-set piece goal. One of their goals was a free kick, and the other one was a corner kick. With all the space Saudi left in behind, I can't believe they did not get an open goal. An open goal that would have won them the game and got them through. Really bad from Mexico, in my opinion, and shocking display at the World Cup. And Tata Martino, he'll be gone. The reports said he'll be gone. This is a time for a new cycle in Mexican football.
Well, I'm gonna start with Saudi Arabia. It was very disappointing. I know they didn't really have expectations, but coming into this game, they beat Argentina, which nobody saw coming. And then they lost to Poland in a little heartbreaking fashion. So they knew they had to at least get a result in this game. And they came out, they got some chances, but they came out, they got dominated in the first half because they kept letting Mexico get in behind. And the fact that they just looked shell-shocked after the first goal Mexico scored, and they looked like they're out of it. Their goalkeeper wasn't playing with as much urgency. He started looking shaky throughout the second half. And then the great free kick from Chavez to score that, and it was 2-0. And I was like, wow, Mexico could go through. And then the inability to score another one, it just really set back everything for them. It gave Poland, who were hanging by a thread, to just advance. So, I mean, they had it. They had the third goal, but it was offside. So they just
couldn't. Somehow, as bad as they were throughout this entire tournament, in my opinion, they're not going to be the worst team in the knockout stage. That was reserved for Australia, which we'll talk about next episode. But yeah, real quick closing thoughts for Argentina. Poland. We're gonna preview the France-Poland game. Their tournament will end soon. Argentina, the way you lose to Saudi in that opening day and to come back and perform the way that they have against Mexico and Poland is really good test of character for them. It's a good experience for them, and it's scary for all the other teams because I think this makes them really tough entering the knockout stages because now they're tested. They've been down 3 points. They've had everything gone against them, and they've been able to come back and play that the way they have. If I'm anyone else at this tournament, Brazil, France, Spain, Germany, what else? So any other contender, look out because this Argentina team is for real.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's a good conference booster, so they should be.
And good. Yeah.